Hello, this is Patrick from XPression. I'd like to show you a new feature in XPression Maps 4.0 and higher, the ability to monitor the transactions used for metered services like Microsoft Azure Maps for Enterprise and Mapbox. So here I'm working in XPression Maps, and you can see that I have a satellite image in Microsoft Azure here. And before we go into this, what I need to show you, if I go into what Microsoft Azure is doing now, they have pricing for their maps workflows. And I want to show you what this basically means. If I'm looking at this, XPression Maps uses their imagery tiles. And what they're saying here is they'll let you have 1,000 transactions free. And this is based on per month, not per year, but per month. And if you don't exceed 1,000 transactions for image tile downloads, then you pay nothing. If you do exceed it and you stay under 500,000, you pay $4.50 US for your images. The other thing to notice is searches. When you're doing searches, the search tool that you're using, you get 5,000 unique searches or search transactions for free per month at $4.50 if you exceed that and stay under 500,000 or 500,000 searches. And the way that they're calculating that is shown down at the bottom here. What they're basically saying, when you're looking for imagery, and these are the tiles that we use. We don't use base maps, traffic, or weather for XPression Maps, but for imagery, one transaction is a request of 15 tiles. And we can talk about that in a minute, how they calculate that. And for searches, your searches are basically one per search. And if you do them in batches, like the same thing, each one counts as an individual transaction. So if I search for Chicago 10 times, it's only counting the first one. So let's go back into XPression Maps and let you see what we're doing here. If you go in under File, Preferences, and select that, you're going to get the Preferences menu. What you want to do is come over to the Connection tab. And again, I've got Microsoft Azure selected as the provider that I'm monitoring. You can see right now I haven't done any searches. I don't have any reverse caching. I have no tiles downloaded, no attributions. I can change this so I can see it per day, per week, per month, per year, or I can go and create a custom search by showing a start date and an end date for my search. Since I'm doing just a day, it's only one. If I was to do it via a week, I could change that there and then choose where that date range starts. I'm going to do it for the day. Right now I have nothing. So I'm going to click on Save and then OK with nothing there. I'm going to search for a different location. So I'm going to say I'm going to search for London. And I have a bunch of different spots here. This is London. Again, I have no boundaries. I have no road maps or anything else on top of it. But I want you to notice I've done a second search and I've got some new tiles here. So if I go File, Preferences, and I look at this, and what it's basically telling me is I've done a second search. And it's using cached tiles. I haven't really gotten any new tiles coming in here. So it hasn't seen anything different. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to scrub this in a little bit, and I should be getting some new tile requests here as I do this. So let's go back and check again. As I do Preferences, I can now see that I've gone back and forth and I've played around with this. So the search that I've created gave me one search, still the same one, and the tiles that I've downloaded is 58. And doing the math that they've basically given us, in essence, 15 tiles equals one transaction for tile downloads. So you can kind of see what I've got here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my cursor down to 120, which would be about 2 seconds. I'm going to set that as a keyframe. I'm going to come back to 0 and I'm going to scroll up and zoom out so that I see, for the lack of a better term, there's the entire United Kingdom. I'm going to set that as a keyframe. So now I've got two sets of keyframes. Let's go back and look at the transaction and let's see what's happened. You can see now that I've done 257 tiles, which divided by 15 means I've done 17 transactions. Now, I'm going to play around with this. I'm going to actually play this, and you can see that I'm zooming in, which means I'm probably downloading some tiles. Now, once I've done that, we're going to check that again, and you can see that I've now got 306. You may remember at one point in time we showed a download information bar chart here. You can see that it's there. If I keep an eye on that while I rewind it and I play it, you can see I'm not bringing anything new down. If I go back and I look again, I still have 306 tiles. let's say now I'm going to go to 180 and I'm going to do a search for Paris. So theoretically, I've added another search. I'm going to set that as my keyframe. I'm going to rewind and I'm going to play. So I've gotten here and then I'm going to go to Paris. So I've moved the map. I probably have a whole bunch more tiles downloaded. So let's go check my files, preferences. I now have 352 tiles that I've downloaded. Divided by 15 means I've done 23 transactions. So I'm going to say OK to that. Now, basically what I've done here is a decent animated map that may occur in real production. We've done some spot testing with some of our customers, and most of our customers are under 350 search transactions per year. So I'm not so worried about the search number, it's the tile number. And again, we should probably do some simple math here. Microsoft Azure Maps for Enterprise includes 1,000 satellite tile transactions for free each month. If you have more than 1,000 tile transactions in a month but less than 500,000, the cost of that month will be $4.50. Assume an XPression Maps customer creates 350 maps in a calendar year. Our example XPression Map animation used 23 tile transactions. If I multiply 350 times 23, I'll get 8,050 tile transactions. If I take that 8,050 and divide that by 12, one for each month, I'll use 670 tile transactions in a month. If we actually did 670 transactions per month, that's less than 1,000, so it should be free. Microsoft Azure Maps for Enterprise includes 5,000 free searches each month. More than 5,000 searches but less than 500,000 searches will cost $4.50 that month. Checking with XPression Maps customers, we found the highest number of maps created using the original Microsoft Bing Maps tool was 350 maps, which likely means searches, in a one-year period. When it comes to search transactions, if we did 350 searches in a year, let's say we did them all in a month, that's still less than 5,000, which should be free. So let's say I go over, and in searches, if I do less than 500,000 searches in a month, that means I'm paying $4.50 a month times 12 months, which is $54. If I do my tiles and I'm doing less than 500,000, I'm paying $4.50 each month for 12 months, that's $54. And that means I'll be spending $108 per year, probably in a worst case scenario.